What's up guys, it's Morgaming here and welcome back to another video. Today we've got the second video of the 3-episode series for Engineer Material Gathering, and for this episode we're going to be doing encoded data, and next up we'll have raw materials. But yeah, for this episode we will be doing the encoded data, but we'll head straight into outfitting as always, and let's get straight into it. Okay guys, so we're here in outfitting and I'm in a DBX right now, a Diamondback Explorer. You can use practically any ship for this, it doesn't really matter. You will be wanting a good jump range though, since the destination we'll be going to is quite a distance away. You will also be wanting a reasonably small ship just to make things easier with landing on a planet, which is what we will be doing. But right here I've got the Diamondback Explorer, which is one of the best exploration ships in the game and very small, so checks both of those boxes. But starting with hardpoints, you do not need hardpoints at all for this unless you do think you'll be running into pirates. I would also recommend you do this in solo play because other people will be doing this in the exact same location. But yeah, basically just do this in solo play. You won't be needing armaments, but it's a good idea just in case you do get into some AI trouble. Utilities, no real point. I've just got a bunch of point defense for a mission that I was doing a while back. Now in core internals, I've basically just maxed out everything. I've made some things a little lighter. Not sure why I have C-class thrusters here, but basically just A-rated most things, D-rated sensors, and that's basically it. Core internals are pretty simple, not too much to go on there, but just like last time, the optional is where things will really come in. What you're going to be wanting is a planetary vehicle hangar. I've got a 4G one, just so I have those two vehicles just in case I do blow one up. Now, yeah, basically that's just what you'll need, nothing else. But basically I've just put in a frameshift drive booster just to give me that extra jump range, getting close to 60 light years here, and shield generator. You don't need a very good one, and I've just filled the rest up with cargo racks. Detailed surface scanner just for why not, and advanced docking computer because this is an exploration ship. But other than that, it's not really needed, just a vehicle hangar. Very quick tutorial for the outfitting here, but that's basically it. That's all you'll be needing for this, so let's move on. Okay guys, so we're over here in Ray Gateway. Now this is quite far away from the center of the bubble. It's about 100 light years ish, and it's not too far away, but it is quite a jump, so having a good jump range on your ship is a good idea. But we're in Ray Gateway here, and the reason we have come here is because we'll be wanting to be at the closest encoded data trader to the actual point, which is right here. This actually used to be my home station before I switched to Jameson, but yeah, that's basically just where you'll want to be going. And if you land here, that means if your ship blows up, you'll respawn right here. It will just basically make you respawn where the last point you landed, which would be here. But yeah, basically we're going to be wanting to head over to this system right here. I'm pretty sure I have already bookmarked it, and it is HIP 12099, and this is where Commander Jameson's crash site is located. It's pretty funny. The place we're going to used to be my own old home system, and my new home system, we're going to the dude's crash site. I don't know, just seems funny in my mind. But we're going to want to head over here, and just, yeah, that was the reason we wanted to go to Ray Gateway, just for the respawn point, and also so we know where our closest encoded data trader is. But basically we're just going to head over here, and I'll see you guys once I am there. Okay guys, so we are here in the system of HIP 12099, and basically what we're going to want to do is go over to the planet 1B. So if we head over to the system map here, this should be right here. This is 1A and this is 1B. So this is of course the first planet in the system, and we're going to the second orbiting planet from it. So orbiting planet, mess that up a little bit, it's a moon of course because it is orbiting the planet. But yeah, we're just going to want to head over there, and I'll explain the next steps once we are there. Okay guys, so while we're traveling there, it is a wee ways, it's about 1,000 light seconds, but if you set your filters to settlements and points of interest, it is actually under points of interest right here. You'll see the Jameson crash site, and this will be on this planet right here, so you can select that, and that's basically how you can find it if you want to just get an icon straight away before you even get close to the planet. But other than that, if you don't need to do that, once you're close to the planet, holy crap, we're getting very close to the planet, but once you are close to it, you can just target it from there. Okay guys, so we're coming in towards the planet right now. I have targeted the Jameson crash site, and if you cannot find the Jameson crash site on the actual navigation panel, which happened to me the first time I came here to do this, no worries, I will teach you guys how to find the actual crash site without the navigation point, and it's pretty simple. It's a lot more time consuming because you don't actually have an exact point of where to go to, but I'll demonstrate this right here. So once we get close to an orbital flight right here, so you'll notice that it says our coordinates right here. I'll zoom in the editing, so it shows the coordinates right here. Now the coordinates that I will show on screen, this is the exact coordinates of the actual crash site, and you can just head over there if you cannot find it on the navigation, and you can still just head there. You don't need to have it targeted or anything, but you should find it in a small little crater next to a reasonably large one, and it's pretty easy to find, pretty easy to get to. So that's basically just how it works and what I had to do to find it when I could not find an actual thing to target. But that's just for you guys who that does happen to, just in case you need that. But I'll get to you guys once I'm actually down at the crash site, and we'll move on to the next step. Okay guys, so I sort of completely screwed up my entry, but this is just another spot where I can demonstrate. So I've turned night vision on, and as you can see, these numbers, which are my coordinates, are changing right here. And it also does show below your gravity, but that doesn't really matter unless you're worried about slamming straight into the planet. But simply just head over here. As you can see, here's the absolutely enormous crater that I was talking about. There's a couple craters inside this crater, which is sort of funny. We're just going to want to head over to this ridgeline over here, and there is another crater right up there, which is also another icon that you can just relate to if you're having trouble with your coordinates. But basically, if you're really far off in your coordinates to start with, you can just in Super Cruise in your orbital, just fly around the planet until you are close to 50, 50, both on negative 50, negative 50 on your coordinates, and you should be able to fly over here in a reasonably quick amount of time. But right here is our smaller crater, and there should be a little crash site right here in this other even smaller crater just on the other side here. It's 6 kilometers away, so it'll be here any second. And there you go, you can see that little highlighted icon, which is Commander Jameson's Cobra Mark III. And as we get close to it, you'll see some blinking red lights, which is what we're going to be using to find this encoded data. So basically, once you're over here, just get real close, deploy your landing gear, and just find a position to land reasonably close to it. It doesn't have to be in a certain spot, however the closer you are, the better it is, and the quicker this process will be. But just simply find some suitable terrain somewhere around here. It's a good idea not to be in front of any of these little flashing beacons because it does make it easier for scanning. But here's a spot right here. I can just place the ship down, and we'll move on to the next part. Okay guys, so I've deployed into one of my little scarabs, little SRVs, and we're gonna shoot out the back of this Diamondback Explorer. Here we've got our lights on, but just simply come over here. Very simple, very easy to do, and just simply set yourself in the very center of these 4 beacons. You can use a little boost, which is a very good idea, especially because it's pretty rocky terrain here behind the Cobra. Okay, so simply just get into your turret just like this, find a spot where you can easily target all 4 of these little beacons here, and I am in one of those spots. So I can just target this and, oh god, target this, and if I am in the correct mode, which I need to be, just simply hold down your right click and you'll start scanning this. Now as you can see, that dial will go up, and just move on to the next one and continue to scan all of these, and you'll see you'll start collecting encoded data, and very simple method, very easy to do, and this will get you grade 5 encoded data very quickly, and it's just absolutely amazing. And just like before, this only gets you 4 of them, but we're going to do the same method we did before, which is simply just exit, and this time we're not going to exit to desktop, just a main menu, which makes things a hell of a lot easier and a hell of a lot quicker, which is absolutely amazing. So we'll just log out, continue, log back into solo play, and it's as easy as that. Very simple. Make sure to log back into solo play, otherwise you might spawn right on top of someone doing the exact same thing. But we'll just wait for this thing to load in, and we'll just continue doing this exact same thing. Now I'll get back to you guys once I've done this a couple times and I've got the amount that I want, and I recommend to you guys that you just fill up your entire capacity of this grade 5 encoded data, because it's absolutely amazing and an amazing idea to do, just so you have all the data you would ever want for anything that you're going to be doing with the engineers. Just another thing, we've quickly spawned in here. Now I haven't touched the position of my SRV, I just spawned in right in the same spot, pointing the same direction, and I'm just rotating the turrets just like I was before. It's as easy as that, that simple, and yeah, just repeat this as many times as you want, and I'll see you guys in the next step. Okay guys, so we're back here in the SRV, and coming over to the inventory here, I've gone down to encoded data, and these are the things that we have gone. We have gone adaptive encryptors captures, which is our grade 5 material, and we've got a typical encryption archives, which is a grade 4 material. Now these are all absolutely amazing to get, and yeah, these are the 2 things, and they'll fuel basically everything that you'll need for the engineers. But that's all I'm going to want for this trip, so I'll just reverse and go back to my ship. Now if you are finishing here, you can technically just destroy your SRV and just head back to your ship like that. Makes things easier and just saves a bit of time if you are practically doing a speed run, but I just can't be bothered doing that, and if your ship is close enough, honestly the self-destruct sequence might take literally the exact same amount of time. Okay guys, so I figured it out, didn't take too long, but just hopping back into the ship here. Now it is a wee ways back to our actual station that we want to be at. So what you can always do, just to speed things up, and especially if you're in a cheap ship like this, is you can always just basically kill yourself. Doesn't sound too good, but because this is the data, none of these will actually go away if you do get destroyed, unlike things in your inventory. So as long as you've got nothing important in your inventory and you're happy to do this, this is only a 500,000 credits rebuy, so for me that's not too much. So I'm just going to find my shield generator, deactivate it, my shields are now offline, and I'll just thrust up, wait till I'm well above the surface. This should be a perfectly fine distance, so I'll just pull my landing gear up, boost, and just smash into the ground, as simple as that. And there we go, I'm dead. Now for me this was perfectly fine, I don't really care, but if you are doing this in something like a crate or maybe an anaconda, you're not going to want to be doing that. It's probably a very stupid idea. But as you can see here on my rebuy, apparently that was much less than I thought, but right here it will spawn us back at Ray Gateway, because this was the last place we departed from. That is where it will respawn us, so we can simply just rebuy our ship and we should spawn right back there. So guys, for the final part of this video, we are back at Ray Gateway and we've collected all the data that we want. So if we come over to contacts, go to our material trader, you'll find our encoded data trader is right here, and if we scroll down, here we go, here's our grade 5 material, and you'll also find right here our grade 4 material that we were using before. And basically once you've maxed this out, you can just go find what you're looking for, say something really small, and just trade a whole bunch of these and just basically max out on everything. Now if you're maxed out on this, you just trade down to something lesser valued and just repeat this, go back out there, do the exact same thing, fill up another one of these, and then eventually you can fill up this whole panel maxed out of everything you could ever want. And that's basically how it works. So thank you guys so much for watching, hope you enjoyed, hope you found this highly useful, and I'll see you all in the next one. Goodbye.